carry. Now, whether Mr. President would win or not is a question of sin, but I want to assure you something today. I am going to deduct 1 million votes out of Mr. President's votes that he got in 2023. Mark my words. I am going to do it. I'm going to work for it, and by the special grace of God, I'm going to win that. Now, whether somebody says I'm a featherweight, I'm a lightweight, whatever I am, now 2027 is going to determine who is a featherweight.
What is actually the problem between the North and Tinubu? The other day, it was El-Rufai on Chinese television saying that he will retire Tinubu to Lagos, that Tinubu is sponsoring insecurity, paying bandits, aiding bandits. This was accusation from El-Rufai. He said that Tinubu is doing this through the office of the National Security Advisor, that he have the evidence of everything he said. That is number one. Yesterday, this man called Senator Kabiru Marafa, he's a senator in Zamfara State. He came to Chinese television again, and he is saying that he don't know whether Tinubu will win or Tinubu will not win, that he himself personally is going to deduct 1 million votes from the vote Tinubu, gained from the North in 2023 election. However, the presidency has fired back to El-Rufai, saying that you paid terrorists. We are not the only one paying terrorists. You paid terrorists. Come on. I personally have been thrown into confusion. How can both the leading party and people who are aspiring to become a leading party, or how can the presidency and those who are aspiring to become president or guests to their sorrow be debating who pay bandit more, who is more terrorist than the other? I hope Nigerians are taking cognizance of all these things, that the people you call your leaders are on the national television debating who pay more to terrorists. Something very wrong, very tragic is actually happening. That the presidency and El-Rufai are debating who sponsor terrorists more than each other. And the world is quiet. It doesn't matter to Nigerians. What matters to them is who will give us money. Can we enter the ruling party so that we'll have our daily bread and so on and so forth? The future is dark.
Now, whether Mr. President would win or not is a question of sin, but I want to assure you something today. I am going to deduct 1 million votes out of Mr. President's votes that he got in 2023. Mark my words. I am going to do it. I'm going to work for it, and by the special grace of God, I'm going to win that. Now, whether somebody says I'm a featherweight, I'm a lightweight, whatever I am, now 2027 is going to determine who is a featherweight. And again, let me tell you, now in 2023, just to tell you the level at which our politics come up today, because of the heavy disenchantment of the people, all people, anybody that you can call of substance in the Zamfara state, were on one side. And Dauda, who has never been in politics except in 2023, was able to secure victory against all of us. Four former governors, how many senators, how many members of representatives, and this is the same type of sentiment that people canvassed at that time, that who is Dauda? Dauda cannot do anything, Dauda is this, Dauda is that. Now, the only election that we were able to win was that of Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the courtesy of the message we took to the people that Mr. President promised that he was going to change the reward system of the APC. But because people were not happy with the tail end of Buhari's government. And Mr. President promised us that he was going to kill all the monkeys, that the concept of monkey they walk baboon they talk, Mr. President was going to eradicate it. Only for him to now come and entrench it, institutionalize it, and it becomes the state policy of the APC. So, for avoidance of any doubt, Zamfara state politics has come of age, and the Zamfara state people can be free. The chaff and the grain, when the time comes in 2027, they are going to do justice. And the people of Northwest, in particular, are not going to forget this, this selective thing that Mr. President has done where, like I told you, if you look at the allocation of Southwest, you look at the offices given to the Southwest and everything, to the disadvantage of the Northwest that cast the vote.
This man, Senator Marafa, took all his time bragging about 2027 and Tinubu. So I have to end it there because I have extracted what I needed to explain to you from what he's saying. By the way, before, my own analysis about all these things, just day before yesterday, it was the same people from this camp. RFI came to Channel Television saying that they are going to retire Tinubu to Lagos. That is a statement that if he's not confident about, I don't know how they are going to do it. Or if he's not confident about it, he will not be jumping from one, from one post to the other, from one TV station to the another, boasting that he's going to remove Bola Tinubu.
One, that you're going to send President Bola Tinubu back to Lagos, you are going to retire him. There are those who are asking, how would you do that? With a lot of people moving into the APC, there are governors now moving into the APC, and those who say whatever the opposition is doing is gradually and working steadily for Tinubu and the APC returning in 2027.
They can believe what they want to believe. They can engage in self-delusion. They can use the carrot and stick tactics, to lure governors or intimidate them into joining. Governors that know what they are doing, taking from the till, will have no choice but to join the APC because, when you are in the APC, you are immunized from being investigated for corruption. They will do all that. But at the end of the day, the Nigerian voter will decide based on President Tinubu's performance and the performance of governors. It is not a governor moving to a party that will make that party win elections. I was governor of Kaduna State. I was one of Bola Tinubu's biggest campaigners, but I couldn't deliver the state to him. Bola Tinubu himself couldn't win his state with his own governor in place. So these things are not as theoretical as people want them to be.
Now, let me put mouth on what is going on. First of all, I want to let you know that both Tinubu and the people who want to remove him, none of them have the solution to the problem of Nigeria. Neither Tinubu nor people who want to remove him, none of them have the problem. So no matter what people say or pretend to be good people, I don't think that they are doing that because of you. Because if they have the solution, it does not necessarily take you to be a president before you can affect change or carry out a revolution or do things that matters for the benefit of humanity. Okay? Now, let us go into the details. This is a very dangerous phenomenon. It's a very dangerous thing, and I think people should wake up to the occasion of knowing that the leading party has been accused several times, and RFI said he have evidence. He's saying this on a national television, so it's not like he just saying it like in beer parlor talk. He said he have evidence against this administration that they are sponsoring terrorists. That is number one. So the second thing there I would want you to understand is that not only RFI, so many people from the northern part of the country, I don't know what they have against Tinubu. So actually, I am seeing a very big battle ahead of 2027. I'm seeing war. When I mean war, I'm talking about political war. But you see, where two elephants fight, the grass will always suffer. So all these things, the reason I want people to pay attention to what is playing out is because the masses are always going to be the victim. The masses are always going to be the victim. So it is important you pay attention. Now, the masses don't have a voice. No, the masses don't have a voice. Nigerian masses don't have a voice at all. If the masses have a voice, I don't think these people will be playing with people's life, coming to national television to talk about who is sponsoring insecurity and who is not sponsoring insecurity. You pay bandits, I didn't pay bandits. You pay more, I didn't pay more. I pay less, you pay more. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So these people are proud that they pay terrorists, they do this, they do that, and the gullible ones are still clapping, laughing, thinking that these people can secure a future for them. All these things are dreamers. All these people are dreamers. They know what they are doing, however. It is only the poor masses that don't understand what is playing out. What do you think about all these things? Let me know what you think.
Let me first of all say that the idea of bringing people from outside the country to destabilize was, I mean, I didn't say they brought people to the place. What I said was that the idea, they actually brought people into the country with the intention that those people will come and vote for them. I think you understand? And they never realized, they never knew, they were never convinced that they were going to win that election because PDP was very, very strong on ground. So the fear was that they were going to lose the election. So the only thing they could do was to bring in people who could serve as mercenaries to come and win elections for them through the back door. But when the new PDP came on board and joined them and to form the APC and won the election, they didn't know what to do with those people. And in the process, those people became uncontrollable. I mean, many people have spoken about that. You've mentioned a name now, although I hate to mention names. You've mentioned a name now, you've mentioned the El-Rufai. I mean, he talked about them.